Look, let me show you the exact formula most people use to try to lose fat. They think it's only 2 steps. Step 1, take an action, and step 2, get a result. Go on a diet, get abs. Sounds simple, right? But if that actually worked, you wouldn't have to keep on starting over. Because the truth is, fat loss doesn't just have 2 steps. It actually has 5. And the 3 steps that most people skip are the exact reason why fat loss is always inconsistent, while it's difficult, and while it never actually lasts. Think about back to the last time you tried to lose 10 pounds. How many times did you fall off, quit, or have to restart? For most people, and for me included, all the time, basically every time. But it's not because you're unmotivated, undisciplined, or just lazy. It's because the formula was incomplete to begin with. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the full fat loss formula so that fat loss becomes easy, and more importantly, why self-image is gonna be more important than any diet that you end up actually choosing. Look, and if you listen closely there, I basically already gave you number 1. Number 1 is beliefs, the things that you believe. And the reason for this is because you basically are run subconsciously 99.9% of the time. Think about all the things that you have to do manually if you didn't do things subconsciously all the time. Are you breathing right now? Oh, now you're noticing that you're breathing. Did you blink? How many times did you blink? Right? All these things, all of these minute things that you don't even think about on a day-to-day basis run your entire life. So little amount of our actual day-to-day life is run by our conscious mind, by things we actually think about. Most of it is just in the background. So what does that tell you? That your default patterns, the things that you fall into habit with, right? Like breathing, like blinking, things you don't have to think about, is used to save energy, to save time. So the reason you can't stay stuck on your actual fat loss for whatever reason, because those are things that you automatically by default fall to because your subconscious likes being in line. Now, your subconscious mind is run by one thing, and it is based off of your self-image. That is why this is up here, my beautiful little drawing of your self-image. This is the thing that is going to be what you need to stay in alignment with. This entire process starts with your self-image, and it goes down the line of what your life is. We already said number 1 is your beliefs, but your beliefs run directly on of what you think you are perceived as in the real world. When you grow up as a little boy and you were told you were smart by the teachers, right? Your friends would say how smart you are. You would get good grades. The teachers would brag to your parents about how smart you are. Your parents would brag to other friends and tell you how smart you are. So now your self-image is, I am somebody who is smart. And because of that, you have a belief that I am smart, right? So we get recurring information based off of this belief. It is an idea in our head. And the outside world gives us information to either disprove it or prove it. But most of the time, it gets proven. And that is run based off something called your focus. There's another word for this. This is RAS, your reticular activating system. RAS, RAS, one off of ass. Your reticular activating system. This is the idea of whenever you buy a red car that you think is so sick, and then you go out into the world and everybody has that sick little red car of yours, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Everybody just copied me. That is because you now focusing on that red car, and your beliefs work in that exact same way. Like I said, a belief is nothing but a hypothesis of what I believe I am. And you go out into the world and you focus on the information that is given to you, and you start to realize your RAS activates. It focuses on only that red car, and now your belief is, fuck, everybody has this red car. When in reality, if you never bought that red car, you wouldn't even notice anybody had that car. That is how a belief is formed. Idea, it is an idea in your head. Your focus either proves that belief or disproves that belief, which creates your self-image. What does that tell you about losing weight? Well, that says if you have a negative or bad self-image, that means you down the line, let's go down the line, are gonna get negative and bad results. If I believe I am a fat ass, I'm not meant to ever be fit, I grew up ugly, I grew up fat, my result is always going to be I am not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to eat healthy. And no matter how hard you try, which most people start here, no matter how hard you try to diet, no matter how many different routines you try, different diets, different coaches, different trainers, this result is always going to go back to your self-belief. What do you believe about yourself? So instead of focusing here, we are now focusing here. And this all starts with your belief. Because at the end of the day, if any of these are out of alignment, it is going to be very hard for you to get what you want, because you do not get what you want, you get what you are. Okay? That is a fucking gem, mate. Now, your results, which is your body, right? Your results in this case is your body. Your body is simply a reflection of your beliefs. If you want to change your beliefs, you need to change your self-image. Now, how do we change our self-image? Well, we change this. Now, what did I say earlier? Your beliefs are nothing but a hypothesis. Beliefs are not factual. That is one thing many people misunderstand. They believe what they believe is a fact. We attach ourselves to ideas. It is a fact that I'm smart. It is a fact because because I'm focusing on the things that tell me I am smart. So it's a fact that I'm smart. When if you got told you were stupid your whole life, you would think you were stupid. This has nothing to do with reality. This is completely made up in your mind. So the way we change our beliefs is change what we focus on. Now we know what we're focusing on. Now we know what our actual beliefs are and that they're not factual. There's something that can actively be changed based on what we focus on. Now, the next part of the formula is going to be something very attached. Let me ask you something. Let's say for whatever reason you believed you are going to die in a car. For whatever reason, you had a fucking mystical idea that for whatever reason, you are going to die by car, right? So you have that belief. So what do you focus on? Oh, well, I focus on the fact that 100,000 people die in car deaths every year or whatever the fucking number is, right? Now, when a car pulls up in front of you and somebody says, get in that car, what is your immediate reaction? Well, your immediate reaction is probably going to be a gut feeling of fear. Shit. He's asking me to get in the car. He's telling me to get in the car. I am scared. What is that scared? It is a feeling. It is a feeling, which is the next part of the formula. Our beliefs run into our feelings. They create what we feel, right? Think about a car. If your friend comes and picks you up, is your feeling naturally to be scared? No. If your friend's picking you up, you're going to go fucking play some basketball, do whatever, right? It has nothing to do with any reason why you should be scared. But because of your belief that you're going to die in a car, you have a gut feeling that I don't want to get in that car. I am scared. I am fearful. I don't want to get in, when there is no logical reason why you shouldn't get in the car, why you should be feeling that. But it's based on the fact that you believe you are going to die in a car accident. So you're feeling scared. Now, what are you thinking, right? Oh shit, I don't want to get in that car. Oh shit, I'm scared to get in that car. Oh shit, I don't want to get in that car, right? That's what you're thinking. So which naturally goes to the last part of the formula, your thoughts. Your feelings will lead to what you think, right? When you feel negative, have you ever been in a relationship and you've had a negative spiral? You feel something's off. You feel scared that your girlfriend's cheating on you. So your thoughts are just a constant loop of, oh, what is she doing this? What is she doing this? What is she doing this? And then your actions are to text her fucking 10,000 times until she breaks up with you. And the result is that she broke up with you and you no longer have a girlfriend. Now let's change this. Let's go back. If you don't believe that belief can be changed by focus, let's go back to the car idea. Now, what if for whatever reason you thought at one point you're going to get into a car and you're going to be driven to meet Megan Fox, to go on a date with Megan Fox? How would you feel anytime a car pulls up? If a car pulls up and they're like, hey, jump in the car. Your belief is that at one point in my life, I'm going to go on a date with Megan Fox. It could be this time. What are your feelings? Oh, I am excited. I am excited that I'm going to get in this car. My thoughts are, I want this car to pull up right now. Where is this car? Why is it not in my house right now? Your actions are when that car pulls up, you are finna jump in that car, boy. And then the action and the result is going to be you on a date with Megan Fox. Turns out it's not the real Megan Fox. It's some like husky, whatever. That, my ladies and gentlemen, is the formula. Now, how does this apply to fat loss? If you do not have the image of somebody who is lean, you don't have the belief that you deserve to be lean, you focus on everything negative in your life. So you have a feeling when it comes to the gym, when it's time to go to the gym, what do you feel? You don't feel like going to the gym. Oh, I'm on my diet. I've been on my workout routine for 3 weeks. I'm getting tired. I feel unmotivated. So now I'm tired. Now my action, even if I go to the gym this time, it's going to result in me not wanting to go next time. Even though I go this time, I am still fighting my own beliefs. I am still fighting my self-image, that the belief and the feeling that I don't want to go to the gym. So if there is a disconnect in any part of this formula, you will not get to result as easy as possible. Because wouldn't it be easier for fat loss to feel natural? Wouldn't it be easier if you didn't have to be on a diet, if you just ate like that naturally? Wouldn't it be easier to not have to force yourself to go to the gym, to just make it a part of your routine? It's just the way I live my life. Wouldn't that be so much easier? And that follows if you are somebody who believes that fitness is easy, that being fit, having a six-pack, being shredded as fuck is easy. If you have the self-image as somebody who is fit, if you do not have that, and you still look at yourself as if you're somebody who's struggling losing weight, I've always struggled my whole life losing weight, why is this time going to be any different? You're already putting yourself in an area where you're going to be fighting your own very wiring. But that's only going to happen, and you're only going to be able to lose the weight when all of these things align together. So if fat loss is difficult for you, once again, it isn't because you are unmotivated, you're undisciplined, or you're lazy. You've just been trying to change your behavior without actually changing your beliefs and your internal wiring. So in this next video, I'm going to show you how to actually make fat loss effortless instead of trying so hard. So make sure to watch this video right here to see how to do that.